Hi, my name is Melody, and this is my workbench. Today we're going to be making an easel.
See how high you can reach.
Today we're going to be making an easel out of pine. So right now we're measuring it with a square to see where we are going to
Oop, you're getting away from it.
have to cut it and see how tall we need it. So there I'm using a Japanese saw.
I'll start the saw for you when you finish up.
And easily it's the easiest I can use for now. And we're doing some more and some more cutting. And okay, and then we do this again, and my dad showed me how to really do it. He kind of taught me how to use it a little, so I was a little new to this, and it was amazing. I was so happy to do this. I was been waiting, and then I get to use this tool. A marking gauge, and my dad taught me how to use it, and we are now marking it again. And this was really exciting for me. I never got to make an easel before, and my dad here is showing me how to use the marking gauge, and here I am using it, and here I'm doing it by myself.
There you go.
Really great time for me to learn, and we're marking out where to cut it again, and now we are doing some more cutting. I don't know why. I just love this, the cutting. It was my favorite part because, well, it was kind of easy for me. I've done it before. And I was singing throughout the audio a little. And here I am pounding with a mallet. My dad's using the chisel, and I kind of got some fun to do some pounding. It was a lot, and this was also one of my favorite parts. I was having a lot of fun with this, just pounding and pounding and pounding. It was just my favorite part. Well, one of my favorite parts. And now we're doing now we're smoothing it out a bit with a file, and then we're now chiseling again. Just banging and banging. And now we've got about 1/4 of the way done. Now we're gonna get some glue in there before we even finish the first third. And we're drilling with a brace, and I was screwing, and then more gluing. It was really much. And then some more banging. And we're using the brace again to drill in. And we're about
right there.
So my dad would start it off for me. I would put in the glue. My dad would start it off for me, and then I would finish it all off with the brace. And now we're 1/3 of the way done with the easel. And now we're going to be doing the second third. So now we're gonna go back to the square and measuring out where I have to saw it. My dad would start out for me, then I would cut. My dad would hold it in place for me. And I was kind of singing around. And then we're measuring out where that part would go. And we're using this measuring tool again, sawing it down a little. They're all connected because, well, we didn't know the angle, so this was the easiest thing for us, making sure we didn't cut down all the way. And more chiseling. I just can't get enough chiseling. And now we're doing some more chiseling.
Hello.
And there's a clamp,
Put it in.
and there's like this dog thing, a hole pass that holds it in place for us, so it's more easier to chisel for
Can you tap that
us.
down in?
And then we're gonna put in this piece, bang it down, boom, 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 boom. And then we're gonna put in some glue, spread it all around,
No
more glue, and some more glue. And then we're gonna take the brace again, keep going down in there. And something I like about the brace is that I got to use some brass screws, and we're sawing again. It's one of my favorite parts. And now we're putting in a hinge. My dad's, and we're making some holes for the screws to go in for the hinge. It gave me memories of using a drill. It was a lot of fun, and we're using the brace again to screw in the screws. And we're making some more holes because we're putting in a chain to make sure it can go, to put it in far enough. So, okay, got the hinge in, and now here comes. And then my dad puts in a chain so it can hold in place. It's a brass chain, which is kind of cool. It's one of my favorite parts about the easel. It's kind of funny and kind of fun. So you screw it on in, and then we're sawing down the last piece of the easel, which is gonna be amazing. This is the final piece that we're gonna have to make, which I was getting so excited to get to the end of this. So we're gonna take a clamp it on down, make sure it doesn't slide apart. And then we're gonna drill some holes in it for these big screws to go in. And I'm doing a little stick dance. My dad's sawing these screws with a screw saw, I think it's called. I don't really know. Hacksaw. And then he's smoothing them on down. Then we're gonna put in some glue and glue these pieces on. And then we're gonna take a plane and smooth them out. I'm playing with the glue right there, and my dad is putting in the screws. And we're gonna put in those, and then my dad puts in wing nuts and washers onto the screws, and they're also brass. Which is a lot of fun. And then we put on the piece. You can put it on high or low. And then we just screw on the wing nuts. And then we use and then we use one of my canvases, and we see that and we made it fit in. And and I go, ta-da! And painting, well, I'm looking forward to painting some stuff like maybe a princess or some rainbows, lots of stuff. And this is one of my favorite parts. And that's how you make an easel. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Bye!